Hi everybody, I'm Claire. I am the owner of Wild Ginger Films YouTube channel, all about trail running advice and inspiration. And I'm just going live 5 minutes before 1 p.m. today, just to sort of gather everybody to the live session, where I'm going to be telling you all about these two budget backpacks from Ronhill. So this is the Nano 3 litres, and then we've got the Pioneer 8 litre pack as well there. So I'm going to be starting off with the Nano, and then I'm going to be talking about the Pioneer. And so just if you've been following my channel, thanks very much. It's fantastic to see you back. And so the reason that I'm inside this time is because I've been having some problems with doing it live on my iPhone. So what I usually like to do is I like to actually get the pack on. I like to be running outside. It's such a beautiful day today. But I'm having some problems with the audio on my iPhone, and I'm trying to get it sorted. I've been in communication with Apple this morning, and then with YouTube as well, so hopefully I can get that sorted so I can resume reviewing on the run, which just shows you that I do actually run. I am actually testing these packs, but I have uploaded my Strava post from the weekend, and there's a picture on all my social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, of me and my husband. We went out for a run, and I was actually wearing this Ronhill Nano 3 litres. So I do actually do the testing, and I'm just doing this on my Mac today to see how the sound is. So if anyone wants to put some comments up about how the audio is ahead of when we start in about 3 minutes time, then that would be very kind of you. But basically get ready with all your questions. I'm going to be starting the reviewing at 1 p.m. and you'll have a chance to ask all your questions there. I've got a pile of stuff down here that I'm going to put into the pack so that you can see what it can fit and what kind of features it has. So that's fantastic. I've got a few people here. I've got Sally, Sedat and Hugo saying the sound is fine. So that is fantastic. So I might just arrange this so you can just see my lovely map behind. I really like this map. This is a map. This is all my other packs in this box here. So I don't know if I can pull backwards on this thing. So yeah, I'll just leave that there. This map is from Love Maps On, and it's actually giant wallpaper stickers. So you get it in a roll like normal wallpaper, and then you stick it on the wall. It's a giant sticker. So this is Rutland Water just here, and I'm coming to you today from the small town of Stamford, which is here. Oh, I'd make a good weather forecast girl, wouldn't I? So Stamford's here, and at the moment it's very sunny. And I wish I was outside doing this broadcast, but I just can't get the audio levels right in the wind. So we've just got a couple more minutes left. We've got 15 people joined at the moment. There's usually about 30. So I'll just give people a couple more minutes to just join in. Yeah, the map is really good. Just got somebody on the chat saying that the map is awesome. It's really, really good. I recommend it. It's from Love Maps On if you want to get a similar one. You can get old-fashioned ones as well of like your area. A few, like in the olden days, like 15th century and stuff. So that's quite cool as well. Yeah, it is really cool because basically when I moved here about 2 years ago, and it's just really handy if you want to go cycling or you want to explore a new area, all the woods, and the lumps here are, you can choose shading. So this just shades the hills. So I can see immediately where there's hills, so I can go do hill training on them. And what I tend to do is I photograph the area on my phone that I want to go run round, and then I use that as a map rather than having to print them out all the time. So eco-friendly, yeah. Okay, so it's 1 o'clock now, and so I'm going to start the review of the Ronhill packs. So I'll just go through all the features and what I found about them first of all, and then do ask me questions as I go along. It's great to have your input, so yeah, just just fire up the questions as we go along. So I'm first going to talk about the Nano, because I had a good 11 miles in this at the weekend, and running in a pack that's new for 11 miles can be a bit of a risky thing, because you just think, oh, is it going to rub? But this pack was really, really good. So the weight is 200 grams, which is quite light. You can add a couple of bottles, like I would probably add one of these salmon bottles, 2 of the salmon bottles, or a hydration bladder. So if you add a couple of these, that's about 60 grams to add, making it 260 grams. Or if you add a hydration bladder, that's more like 100 grams. So that just becomes 300 grams on your back, which is not too bad, I think. So the features are very simple and straightforward. And at £45, I think I saw it for £40 online. This is a really good budget option if you just want a 3-litre pack. Now, I feel like you can stuff more than 3 litres of stuff in this pack, so I'm going to give it a go with a load of jackets and stuff I've got down there. So these bottles, David Bunting is just asking what size these bottles are. So this is a 500 millilitre bottle, and they slide in really easily into the front pockets here. And the other thing that I like about the front pockets is that they've got a bit of bungee elastic around them. So when that bottle, so if this bottle's full, you can just pull it tight like so. And then when you've taken your water, some water out of the bottle, you can undo the bungee like that, and you can slide it a bit further down and just bungee it back up again. So you're not going to get the top of the bottle flopping around all the time, which is can be really annoying on a long run. So so we've got 2 front pockets there, and then on this side we've got another smaller pocket just here, and that's actually not very deep. It's how deep is that? It's just that deep. So you could fit a couple of bars or gel in there, and it's got a whistle as well. It's quite shrill, that. So yeah, that's a bit of a shrill sounding whistle. I don't know how good that was. Yeah, the chest straps are stretchy, and they slide up and down on these sliders. So you've got the whole range of the side of the shoulder strap to play with there. So that's a big range. You can adjust these to however high you want that to sit on your chest so that it's really, really comfortable. So that was really good too. And then to pull it in around the side, there's these compression straps here. So you just simply pull on this cord just here. You just pull it and it just tightens it there. Just, you see it there? So that's really, really straightforward. I found this quite hard to do actually on the run. So when the first time you wear this pack, you might want to just stop, take it off, adjust it, and then it will just be fine, hopefully forever after. So that should be fine. So it's got another on the other side, obviously, 2 bottle pockets here, a small pocket here, and then we'll go round to the front. So it's got nice wide shoulder straps, which is really, really nice. And then just open the top there, and it's really simple. It's just a nice mesh back there and a stretchy mesh pocket. So it's just one pocket, and you can fit quite a lot in here. So I've got a first aid kit in a dry bag that can fit down there. I've got a thermal survival bag, so that goes in there too. So that, still a lot of room. Then I've got my favourite insulating jacket, the Berghaus Vaporlight Hypertherm, which I don't know if they even sell anymore. You can get a few odd sizes at various shops left, but I'm going to have to contact them and find out what the next jacket is that they can sell, that they are making instead of that one. So that's quite full now, and you can see it's stretchy as well. So I reckon that's a little bit more than 3 litres in there, if you also count that you've got 1 litre with 2 500 milliliter water bottles in as well. So I think I could still fit a pair of gloves in the top of that. And also you've got this bungee. it's not very thick, the bungee. It's quite skinny as bungee goes. So if I was going to use this pack for any length of time, I would probably swap that bungee for a slightly thicker cord, which you can easily do. But it's fine for just putting a buff in it, like so. You know, you could just reach around, get that back off again, put it back in again if you're kind of in marginal temperatures. And yeah, you could slide gloves into there as well. But a waterproof, I don't know, it might be a little bit on the thin side for that. So that's just what I would fill this pack with. So I'll just put it on so that you can see how it fits. I'm about a size 12 woman, and I think this is just a one size pack, and it seems to fit just fine. I've got everything kind of strapped down pretty tightly, and you can see there, that is how it fits. So you can reach that bungee from behind, you can pull things out. You can't really get into the back compartment, but you've got two pockets here. You've got one bottle pocket, another bottle pocket, and then you've got a pocket for gels as well. And I think I had a gel in the pocket of the other one, so I can show you. Yes, I do. That means the weight of it's wrong though. Okay, so gel, here we go. Just pop a gel in this pocket here. There you go, like that, or you can fold it under. Okay, so that is the Nano 3 litre from Ronhill, and it's £45 retail price. I don't think there are many downsides to this pack. I mean, it's just a simple, straightforward pack. That it would add some weight, but the other thing that you could add to this pack would be like the salmon pack that has the pockets just along here. So you can sort of get another stretchy pocket just here and here, because if you've got a bottle in this side, it can make the pocket behind a little bit slightly harder to access, but we're not talking really hard. It's just a little bit of a faff to get behind there. So Film My Run is asking if it rubbed anywhere. So no, it didn't on 11 miles. So 11 miles we were out because we got lost in the woods. We were out for about 2 hours actually. And I find that beyond an hour, you can put up with anything. No, up to an hour, you can kind of put up with anything, but anything beyond an hour, you need to make sure it's not rubbing. So 2 hours, it didn't rub anywhere. I mean, it didn't, I'll just tie my hair back so you can see how it fits on the neck area. But some people sometimes find that turn that off. Some people sometimes find that some of the cheaper bags aren't quite as wide at the neck, but I've got a big collar on here, but you can actually see that it's fine around the neck area there. It's not kind of pinching into my neck. So yeah. So Sedak Telus is saying that he likes side pockets. It's nearly a must for me. And that's really interesting because that's what I was just about to come to, actually. The only other improvement, apart from having a little pocket here to dip into, would be that this is kind of a wasted area. I know it would add weight to put another pocket there, and maybe that's sort of like the limit they were going for, because they do have another pack with side pockets, which I'm going to go through in a minute. But yeah, so side pockets here would be the only thing that I could see would make this bag just like the perfect bag for short outings. So I'm going to take this one off now, and I'm going to take you through the next one, which is the Pioneer. Oh, Lisa Francis is asking, would a phone go behind the bottle? Well, let's try that out. So that's the gel, nice honey stinger gel. They're the only gels I can pretty much tolerate. So this is my phone. It's quite a big phone. I'm not sure what size phone yours is, Lisa, but you can pop it in and it sticks out. So that's quite nice. You can just about flip that bit over. So yes, you can fit a phone in there. That's a really good question. So I'd have that probably poking out so that I could quickly get it out and take a photo or take video. Right. So That's great. Oh, I won't leave that in there because I need that. So, okay, so I'm going to try the next pack. So that is the Nano 3. And just take those bits off. There we go. Nice. It feels like good build quality as well, like Ronhill. I really like Ronhill as a brand because they just do sort of sensible, no frills things. They're just very straightforward. There's no sort of like gimmicks to them. They do very straightforward, good products at a good price that suit the everyday runner. So can't fault them on that at all. So just coming on now to the Pioneer 8-litre pack, also from Ronhill. So this is obviously a bit bigger, and so there's a little bit more to it. I might put it on so that it's easier for me to demonstrate the front bits. Paladie is asking, nice jacket. This is a Salomon jacket. There's a logo somewhere. Where's it gone? Oh, that's weird. It did have a logo on it, I'm sure. Can anyone see a logo? It was a really faint one, but it is a Salomon jacket. I'll just take it off and show you. It's a mid-layer. It's called the Elevate mid-layer. And I really, really like it. It's really lovely. It's got a stripy thing inside. So there you go. It's the Salomon Advanced Skin Warm. It's lovely. I wear it as a jumper all the time, just even in my own house. So where's it gone? Right, back to the packs. So this is the 8-litre Pioneer, and I was going to put it on, wasn't I? So I'm just going to put it on. Sorry, this pack is massively now clashing with my purple top. But this is the Pioneer. You'd probably want to wear a top with a collar here, because it does come a little bit closer in than the Nano did around the neck. But basically it's very similar to the Nano. So it's, I just tilt that down a bit. So it's got the same type of chest strap, and they can run up and down, fully up and down, so you can have them at whatever level that you like depending on your body shape and size. And there's a chest strap down there as well. Equally, you can pull that right up there or right down. Again, you've got these two pockets at the front, which will fit a 500 milliliter bottle. So you can very easily slide that in there. And again, they've got these pockets behind as well. So this time, instead of just one of the bottle pockets having a pocket behind, there's two pockets this time. So can easily fit a gel in there. Again, it is a little bit faffy because it's behind the water bottle. And it's worth mentioning also that these packs both don't come with water bottles. You've got to buy your own. So you buy them from Ronhill, buy them whichever's your preferred one. But that just means that the weight of them is going to be a little bit different to when you're comparing them with perhaps other packs. So 500 milliliter water bottle comes like that. Yep. And then there's room for a phone just behind. There we go. So a phone fits in that pocket there. So these are stretchy, and they've got some, it's sort of a tacky material behind. So that's like a sort of a friction type thing there. So I'm wondering if you can actually put poles in here. I don't actually have any poles at the moment because I broke one on the Cape Wrath Ultra, and then I gave the one that wasn't broken to my friend who needed another pole when I quit. So I'm thinking that you could put a pair of really lightweight poles in here and then up through here, and they would grip onto it and it'd be okay. But I'm not sure that that's actually what these are for. If anyone has any ideas, then do type them in the comments on the side. So that's the front of the pack. And then we just come to the side here, and this pocket does have side pockets, so very easy to access on the move. They're stretchy. There's a big enough, wide enough opening for you to get your hand into there. That's really, really good. So you can get, so I've got a pair of gloves here. You can very easily get a pair of gloves in there, and you don't have to close it either. That will be fine in there, that won't slip out, but you can obviously close it. And the nice thing is you can close that one-handed, which is a really, really good thing when you're on the move. A buff, you can get a buff in there like that. Plenty of room in those pockets, and of course they're stretchy mesh as well. So this pack's nice and lightweight. It weighs, I think, about 300 grams, but again, it doesn't come with bottles. So the moment you add bottles, it's going to add 60 grams, and if you add a hydration bladder, it's going to add about 100 grams. So call it like 360, 400 grams. But it's a really nice pack. 8-litre pack for that weight is very, very, very reasonable weight. So how do you adjust it at the side? Now, this is interesting because I was playing with this earlier and it kind of flummoxed me a bit, and then I worked it out. So I'll show you the sneaky trick straight up. So right, you want to adjust the side. So as you can see, this goes under the pocket just there. So there is actually an opening at the bottom of the pocket here as well. And it's hard to show on the video, but there is a Velcro that it's secured by Velcro, the side of this pack. So if I just pull it up and pull it out, there you go. So that is how you make the side of the pack bigger and smaller. So the Velcro just goes in further or out further. So that is a little bit of a faff compared to just what the Nano was like, which was just these sort of compression straps here. So I'm not as much of a fan of that, because then it's quite hard to get it back through. It sort of catches on. It catches on the Velcro as you try and put it in. So that's a little bit difficult. But once you've realised that you can put your hand through the other side of the pocket as well, that makes the whole thing a bit easier. So you just sort of slide it along and stick it back down like that. So yeah, that's not like the quickest, easiest design though, I reckon. And also Velcro, if you get mud in it for whatever reason, it starts to not work anymore. So I just prefer to see like a pulley clip style thing here. So that's just my opinion though, and maybe that makes this lighter. So it could be a lightweight decision on Ronhill's part there. So WF Lie is saying, does the chest strap rub your clothes and cause fabric damage? The chest strap doesn't, but actually the back of all backpacks I've ever worn will cause rubbing in the back of your t-shirt. So sometimes where the bra strap is as well, that can cause a bit of rubbing on the t-shirt. I've not had it chafe my actual back, but that's where the fabric damage can occur. I've never had any fabric damage from any chest strap of any backpack that I've worn yet, but there's always time. So Paladis is saying, lol, he's never considered blowing up the bottles like a balloon. Yeah, well, I just find that it's easier to post them in if they're full. So yeah, so I just blow them up. It's also easier to turn this part as well to get them open. If you've got it like this, and you're trying to turn it, you're sort of rotating the bottle and you're not turning it, but that made a funny noise. If you blow it up like a balloon, you can undo the top quite easily. So that's just a little trick there. So Paladi also says, actually, it seems nicer than the Camelback Ultra Runner Pro I picked up recently. It has no zippers and makes no sense. Oh dear, oh that's a shame. Well, maybe you could send it back. Oh, it was on clearance. Maybe you could send it back anyway, and just say if you've not used it, and then buy one of these instead. So the other thing about the chest strap is that it's got a little hook here. I don't know if you can see that, the hook. there you go. You can see it, the hook there, and that is for a hydration bladder tube. So you can hook that in there. This one also has a whistle at the front. That's quite an interesting sound. Most of the whistles are lower, but I mean, a high-pitched sound travels. There's a tiny hook that you can hook it up with. And then main compartment-wise, there are 2 main compartments. So the first one, these pulleys are really easy to pull, by the way. First one goes over the top, and that is against the back, and that's probably for a hydration bladder because it's got these Velcro holders in where you can get a hydration bladder and kind of hook it on so it doesn't fall down. Then the main compartment is big, like it says 8 litres, but it feels kind of like 10. But if you didn't have a load of stuff in here, you can pull on the bungee cord to make the pack smaller, like so, and really ratchet it down so nothing's going to bounce around in here. So having bungee cord on a backpack is a really good feature. And if a backpack doesn't come with bungee cord, then I tend to hook a bit on. I tend to take one off another backpack and put it on to the new backpack. So because it's just so useful. So then this pack, it's really big. It feels like a good quality fabric. The zips feel like they will be robust, and the fabric is a sort of a ripstop. It's not as thin as some of the really lightweight fabrics that like Innovate are using, but it's going to be quite bomb-proof. This kind of thing, it will last you for years. So then inside the main compartment, there's a zip, a tiny zip pocket at the top. And that can be quite useful. Oh, you can't really see that, can you? Because it's a bit dark. But that can be quite useful for keys and a wallet, things like that you want to access quickly. So that's the main compartment. Ah, yes, a pocket that I've forgotten. There's another pocket just here around the side. When I first got this pack, I was thinking, oh, how are you going to get anything in or out of that pocket? Because it seems quite narrow at the top there, but if you put it on, you can actually reach it really easily. So it's just here, and I found myself just really easily just getting 2 fingers into the pocket there. So you could quite easily have a gel in there, and you could be just getting that out quite easily. Well, I say quite easily, but if it was in there, you could get it out. So say you've got a gel there in that pocket, and then you're like running along. Here we go, got it, and get it out. So, I mean, that's what you want in a backpack, isn't it? Tons of pockets that you can access easily on the move up front. So, somebody's asking a question. Paul Rigby says, is there a right way to put the bottles in as mine flap about? So, well, are you using is it the bottles that come with the bag, or are you using alien bottles to the bag? Because I always use these ones, and they're quite long, so you can get different types of bottle, different sizes. Montaigne do one that's slightly wider and shorter, so that could be useful if your bottles are poking at the end and flapping around. It is like, I know it sounds like a tiny thing, but it is really annoying if your bottles are flapping around for a long time mid-race. So I suppose the thing that I do is I fill them really full, and they usually stand up themselves when they're really full. And then the moment that they're a bit less full, I squeeze the air out and I push the bottle down slightly like that, and I sort of secure it in, and you can sort of get the teat under like that, so it's sort of kind of folded into the pocket like that. So I tend to do that. With this one, I just pull this in to secure it down like that. So then Andy Tull says, is there a hook or loop for the bladder at the back? Yes, we've been through that. So I don't know if you were here, Andy, but it's basically in this second zip just here, and there is the Velcro for the bladder. And then Paul Rigby is saying the bag is an ultimate direction. Oh, the bottles are more mile. Oh, okay, right. So is there a right way to put the bottles in? Does mine flap about? Oh, okay. So I do have an ultimate direction pack here. So, oh yeah, I think I've had a flapping bottle issue on an ultimate direction pack as well. So I know what you mean exactly. Right, where's this bottle gone? So let's just have a look for you, Paul. So I don't have any more mile bottles. They sound like they'd be quite good because I'm sure More Mile's a pretty reasonable budget brand. So let's just try with this salmon one. And I think I know what you mean because these are my favourite bottles. I know they're really expensive, but they are my favourites because yeah, I totally see what you mean there. So I definitely had this problem when I was, unless it's this pocket here. No, not that one there. Yeah, I have done this before. You could use a smaller bottle like this, but if you want to take 500 ml, you want to take 500 ml, don't you? So this has got a bungee, so you can secure it like that, and when it's full, that's fine. The problem comes when it's kind of this full. So I put it under here like that. That's not a great solution for any long length of time because the bottle rim itself can dig into you, but then hopefully you'll drink a bit more, and then eventually what you'll basically do is you'll just pop it into here. You just push it down a bit further, and then it sort of hides itself in there, and you can sort of get the end of the bottle, the teat bit, you can sort of press it under and pull the bungee. That's just a bit annoying though. So you could, there's various bottles, like the Innovate bottles that you can get have these really long straws on them, so you could make a long straw thing for your bottle so that the straw went up there and the bottle was always down here if you bought a wide bottle. So there's various options that you can do. Yes, I hope that helps you, Paul. Paul Rigby. Yes, so Richard Hammer is gone off topic now, and he says, did you get my email about testing walking poles? Yes, I think I did get an email about walking poles, and walking poles is definitely something that I need to test because I've broken my latest one, so I would like some poles to be able to put in the backpacks to see where I can carry them easily. And I'll just take this off because this video is supposed to be about the Ronhill packs, but yeah, I will be testing walking poles. Hopefully I'm going to get invited to a Lecky thing at Glenmore Lodge soon, potentially, so watch this space. But I've got about probably 8 or so more packs, and I'd like to get through the packs before I start on the next testing thing, just because otherwise you just get too much stuff and you're sort of weighed down by it and you can't get anything out. But I would like to test poles, and I would also like to test waterproof jackets as well as we go into the winter as well. So so stay tuned, but I will just be testing packs for probably about the next month, just because there's so many of them and I want to get through them all. I've got these budget packs to do, I've got some quite unusual packs to do, and I just would like to then make a couple of videos comparing all of them, like the one that's been really popular online. Okay, so Kev JH says Hydropack do a medium length version. I'm guessing that's the bottles, the conversation we were having about the bottles. Okay, so those are the 2 packs. Has anybody got any other questions about either the Ronhill Pioneer 8 litre or the Nano 3 litre? Like, what do you think? Like, do you think as budget packs they look good? Like, is this the kind of budget pack review that you were looking for? Is there anything that could be done differently, do you reckon? Like, do you like some of the features? Just let me know in the comments below on the film, or let me know in the chat as it comes. Oh, okay, so we've got a request here for a winter gear episode. So what you'd wear on a winter run. So yeah, that's a great suggestion. I can definitely cover something like that going into the winter as well. So this is interesting. David Bunting says he has the Nano and loves it. So I can really see why you like this pack, David. I think it's a really nice little simple pack. And I just think that 45 quid, or like sometimes you can get things for cheaper online, 45 quid, it's just a really good entry-level price point to get some quality gear without breaking the bank, just to see how you get on with a running pack. And this one's so adjustable that like it could fit somebody a lot larger than me, and it can fit somebody a little bit smaller than me as well. So I believe that's the full range of human beings on option. So thanks for watching, everybody. It's been great telling you about these other packs, and so thank you for all your nice comments as well. That's really nice to keep them coming. I think they probably do different colours as well, so just check them out online. It'll be ronhill.co.uk or .com. Just Google Ronhill and those packs will come up. So next week I'm actually going on holiday, so I'm going to Pembrokeshire to run about with my husband. It's actually our honeymoon. It's the first holiday I made last month. So he's basically forbidden me from doing any work. I was like, I've got a live broadcast at 1 o'clock on a Tuesday, and he said, nope, you can't do any work. So I will be pre-recording the next one. And I'm going to be looking at either the Alpkit Artlu 10 litres or the Aonijie Cross-Country Running Backpack, which is 5 litres. So I'm going to put up an Instagram post in a moment, and you can vote on which one I test next week. So I'll put it up for 24 hours just now, and just vote for which one you want me to do the pre-recorded test on. I'll probably record it on Friday or something, so just vote as soon as you can on Instagram. I'm Wild Ginger Films on there as well. So brilliant. Cool. Okay, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Do subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have subscribed, then thank you very much, because it's absolutely fantastic to chat to you guys on here. Keep the questions coming as well in the comments below, and I will see you out there running about on the trails. Bye, everybody.